Now, let's talk about what are rights. Rights are in fact the claims made by an individual over the society, over the government. But we have to remember that these claims are give and take. Supposing I want to use the road in front of my house, then I cannot deny the same to my neighbor. Therefore, to get that right of using the road, I have to give it to my neighbor also. Therefore, it is like a two-way passage wherein if you take away the rights of others, your rights automatically get dissolved. If you give it to others, you also have the rights. But the rights need to be recognized by the society. It's not that I just claim something and it becomes a right. I might be claiming which is not accepted to the society, something which is wrong, immoral, or something which others may not feel is justified. Therefore, the society has to recognize those claims to make it into a right. And we have to remember that moral rights that we have, they, unless do not take the shape of a law, we cannot ask for it. We cannot claim for them. For example, in Guantanamo Bay that we saw, the prisoners were tortured, they were given ill treatment by the American Navy, but they had no law by which they could actually ask why they have been tortured. Moral right, of course, they had. It should not have been that they should have been tortured, but there was no law. That moral law or moral right had not been converted into a legal law. Therefore, it did not become a right of those citizens. And when other people try to encroach into my rights, or a government, individual, or a society tries to step into my rights, then it is called as infringement. When such a thing happens, the best remedy is to go and knock the doors of the court. Now, in a democracy, rights are very, very essential. It is almost said that democracy is another form of giving rights to the people, since democracy is a welfare government. Therefore, for the survival of democracy, rights are very essential. If we do not have the right to vote, right to get elected, then naturally democracy cannot sustain. Unless the government is elected and we are the participants, we are the representatives, we cannot have democracy. So, these rights have to be given to the citizens. Besides, the minorities also need rights in order to see that they are not tortured by other communities. So, for this survival, we need to give certain rights to the individuals. And if there is a violation, as I said, of the rights, then the Constitution needs to protect these rights of the citizen. It should act as a guardian of the fundamental rights which have been given by the government of the country. Therefore, the rights could be claimed, but the claims need to be justified and need to become a legal law before we can actually enforce them and we can claim them.